Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to Frequency and Friends in the month of April. And what a great month April is, everybody. Really, it truly is on so many levels. It is not only the change of seasons that brings us warmer weather, a greener and more colorful environment, or longer days. It is also a month that is strongly associated with health, sustainability, and global responsibility. The month of April is, for example, the Autism Awareness Month, which is a global campaign held every April to promote understanding, acceptance, and inclusion for autistic individuals. Also, the Earth Day that focuses on environmental protection takes place on April 22nd. There's one more happening in this month that I want to emphasize, which is the World Health Day that is taking place on April 7th. World Health Day is an annual global health awareness day observed on April 7th to commemorate the founding of the World Health Organization in 1948. Each year, the WHO selects a theme spotlighting a pressing public health concern, mobilizing governments, organizations, and citizens around the world to take collective action. This year's topic is Together for Health, Stand with Science. This campaign celebrates the power of scientific collaboration, focusing on the One Health approach to protect the health of people. In celebration of World Health Day, we at Healy World will take on this theme, focusing on the importance of rest and recharging as the foundation of true well-being. Discover how our technology can support and enhance this essential aspect of health. After all, without proper rest, the body and mind cannot function at its best, making quality rest the cornerstone of a vibrant and active lifestyle. Hey everyone, it's Kai Schulmeyer, your very own product marketing specialist of Healy World, and it is my true pleasure to spend some time together with you today. Let's get it on! Okay, Healy World family, I hope you're all well rested today and full of energy so you can tackle your day and make the most out of it. The English dramatist Thomas Dekker wrote the book The Gull's Horn Book in 1609, and within this book, he stated that sleep is the golden chain that ties health and our bodies together. Even though that this book was written more than 400 years ago, what he said back then still applies to each and every one of us. Unfortunately, not everyone gets the rest, sleep, and regeneration that one needs in order to stay healthy and active. And to emphasize this, here are some interesting but also concerning facts and figures. Take a moment and consider this. Tonight, as the world begins to slow down, millions of people will not be able to fall asleep. Not because they choose to stay awake, but because their bodies and minds simply won't let them rest. Current global data suggests that between 10% and 30% of the population suffers from insomnia, while nearly 45% of people do not get sufficient sleep on a regular basis. In fact, more than 60% of adults report experiencing poor sleep quality at some point in their lives. And these numbers, they don't just describe a health issue. They point to a quite global epidemic. A world that keeps on moving, producing, scrolling, while running on less and less real recovery. Because sleep isn't just downtime, it's your body's most advanced recovery system. It's where your brain clears out noise, your body repairs itself, and your nervous system finally shifts out of survival mode. It's the difference between just functioning and actually feeling clear, focused, and alive. And when that system is compromised, the effects ripple out everywhere. Research links insufficient sleep to increased cardiovascular diseases, metabolic disorders like diabetes, and mental health challenges too, such as anxiety and depression. Focus drops, decisions get foggy, emotional resilience takes a hit. You're still showing up, but you're not at your full capacity. So why is this happening? Modern life, in many ways, is designed to keep us switched on. Chronic stress, constant digital input, irregular routines, and environmental stimulation all signal the body to stay alert, long after the day is actually gone. We've built a world that's incredibly good at keeping us awake, but not very good at helping us sleep. And that's what makes this so important. If nearly half the population isn't getting enough rest, then sleep isn't just a personal habit, it's a global performance factor. Because at the end of the day, everything you care about, your health, your energy, your clarity, even your emotional balance runs on one thing: recovery. And the most powerful form of recovery we have is still sleep. Now, here's the interesting part. If sleep has become such a widespread challenge, what are people actually doing about it? Across the globe, millions are actively trying to reclaim their rest, but often only in ways that just scratch the surface. So studies show that significant portion of adults, around 30% or more, turn to medication at some point to deal with sleep problems. Sleeping pills, sedatives, or over-the-counter aids promise fast relief, and sometimes they deliver it, but mostly only in the short term. But they rarely address the root cause. And over time, many people find themselves relying on something external just to switch off, rather than using sustainable tools. Others take a more lifestyle-driven approach. There's been a massive race in what's often called sleep optimization. And yet, despite all these options, sleep quality on a global level is still declining. But why is that? Because many of these approaches focus on managing the symptoms, not the system. So people try to kind of hack their sleep, but sleep isn't something you can force. It's something that happens when the body feels safe enough to let go. And that's where a deeper shift begins. More and more people are starting to realize that real, lasting sleep improvement often comes from regulating the nervous system, reducing chronic stress, and reconnecting with the natural cycle. So what we're seeing globally is a kind of transition from quick fixes to deeper awareness, from control to regulation. Because at the end of the day, the question isn't just how do I fall asleep faster? It is what in my life is keeping me from truly letting go. So here's where things getting really interesting. If sleep is less about switching off and more about allowing the body to let go, then the question becomes, how do we actually support that process? And this is where technology like microcurrent and frequency-based applications enter the conversation. Not as a magic solution, but as a tool that can gently guide the body back into balance. Microcurrent works with very low electrical signals, similar in range to the body's own natural electric activity. When applied properly, these signals can subtly stimulate the nervous system, often without being consciously felt. And here's the key. Instead of forcing the body into sleep, it can help shift the system toward a state where sleep becomes more likely to happen naturally. Because one of the biggest barriers to sleep today is a nervous system that's stuck in on mode. Constant stimulation, stress, and mental activity keep the body in a state of low alertness, even when we're physically very exhausted. What microcurrent and certain frequency-based approaches may support is a downregulation of the state. Some users report that they are feeling calmer before sleep, an easier transition into rest, and an improved perception of sleep quality. Frequency-based programs are often designed to create rhythm and consistency, which the body tends to respond to. And after all, the human system is deeply rhythmic. Heart rate, breathing, brain activity, and when those rhythms are supported, it can become easier for the system to just drop into sleep. If we would only know a company that produces such devices that are based on microcurrent frequency application. It's April Fool's Day, everybody. Of course do we know a company like this. This is exactly what Healy World focuses on, providing mankind with microcurrent frequency programs that supports you on many levels for a greater sense of well-being. Have you ever checked out our sleep program group for the Healy? This program group comes with 4 programs that are all there to support you in getting your well-deserved and regenerating sleep. The 4 programs that there are sleep systemic, bed rest, balanced sleep, and fan flow. Sleep systemic, for example, supports the harmonization of the bioenergetic field for optimizing the sleep phase. Or take the program bed rest. This program is best to use right before bedtime, since this program is for the harmonization of the bioenergetic field to promote a relaxed mood, so you can lay down afterwards for your nightly slumber. Balanced sleep supports the bioenergetic harmonization of the sleep phase. And the 4th program, Fine Flow, of the sleep program group helps the bioenergetic activation through supporting the flow in the body. And these 4 programs are really super powerful. But that's long not it. Mac Healy also comes with 4 sleep programs. The sleep program of the classic application, for example, is for the harmonization of the bioenergetic field during sleep. Or the atmosphere sleep program. My favorite of the Mac Healy sleep programs is fantastic with its infinite duration. With Mac Healy placed in the area where you sleep, this program harmonizes yin and yang to promote balance while you are asleep. I also want to encourage you to check out the water application sleep program. It is modifying the coherent quantum structure of water to harmonize the bioenergetic field for a peaceful sleep. The ideal time is before 6 o'clock in the evening, so that there is enough time for your body to process the information that may support you in getting into a sleepy mode before your bedtime. Last but not least, there's the sleep program of the McMakin application. This program is for the harmonization of the negative influences on your sleep quality. All these amazing programs, whether Healy or Mac Healy, are all there to support you in getting the rest that you need so you can tackle on your way of life whatever stands in that way. So when you're about to go to bed tonight, why don't you give one or even two of these programs a chance to support your needed rest to recharge and regenerate throughout the night? From my side, that was it for today. I'm wishing you lots of fun with your Healy and Mac Healy sleep programs. If you want to share how these programs supported you, please let us know. We're always down to get your feedback. I truly hope to see you again next month. Tell a friend and bring this friend with you next time. Remember, sharing is caring. I'm wishing you a great month of April, a wonderful rest of your day, and a good night. Take care, everyone.